Hello, welcome to Oxford Heirlooms. In this video, we're going to work on the back of the skirt, and I need to sew a placket in here first. So I've got the center top of the back marked, and I do have kind of a little bit of a crease, even though I did iron the fabric. I'm going to lay my placket piece. I folded the placket in half, and I'm going to mark the bottom of the placket with my blue fabric marking pen right there. Okay, now I'll use my fabric cutting scissors, move my placket out of the way for a minute, and I'm going to cut a slit so that I can sew the back placket in. Just follow that little crease line. Okay, all right, now I'm going to pin my placket to this slit so that I can begin to sew it on. Once again, use lots of pins because pins are our friends. Put a pin right there at the bottom of the placket or the slit. And then bring the slit over to go up the other side of the placket piece. Okay, now I've got my machine set for a straight stitch, and from the skirt side, not from the placket side, I'm gonna sew in sort of a V shape. I'm gonna start about 1/4 of an inch away from the top of the skirt, and then I will sew in sort of an angle until I get to the bottom of the slit. Take my pins out as I come to them. I used to actually draw a line, but I've gotten better about sewing in a straight, slanted line when I sew these plackets on. Just come and sew right to the top of that slit. Take the pin out so we don't accidentally bend a pin or break a needle or mess up a bobbin housing. You may be able to tell I have done all 3 of those things in the past. And just come back out with your sort of not a diagonal line, but you know, your slanted line, your V-shaped line, until we're back out to about 1/4 of an inch again. There we go. Let me clip my threads. Okay, now I need to go to the ironing board and press this seam toward the placket, and then I'll press one side of the placket down so that I can come back and pin it into place and then hand sew my placket. So I'll be right back. Okay, I've got the fold of the placket pinned to the seam line. So using a needle and thread and some tiny little stitches, about 3/16 of an inch or at least less than 1/4 of an inch, I'm going to whip stitch this placket to the inside of the skirt. Now you can do invisible stitches here if you want to, but I just have a tendency to do whip stitches. It's what I learned how to do. Okay, this is going to take me a minute to get this whip stitched into place all along the edge of the placket, so I'll be right back. Okay, so I've got that placket hand stitched into place, and I've been to the ironing board and I pressed the placket just to make it nice and smooth. Now on the left side of the back of the skirt, I'm going to extend the placket toward the center back, and on the right side of the skirt I have the placket folded under. Okay, now what I want to do down at the bottom of the placket on the inside, I'm going to sew a little diagonal line. Just go back and forth, you know, for a few stitches, because sewing that little diagonal line helps to keep the placket inside the garment. And it won't, you know, kind of flip out and stick out of the back of the dress. There. Okay. All right, now once again, as I said, I want the left side of the skirt, I want the placket to extend outward, but on this side of the skirt, because I'm going to want the dress to button, you know, right over left, so I'm going to go ahead and pin that into place so that I will remember in the next step when I do my gathering and attach the skirt to the back of the bodice, to make sure that I keep that folded in and this one extended out. Okay, but in this video, what we were doing was we were creating the back placket. Thank you.